Hey guys, I just wanted to come back and say that I am doing good. The video that I posted, I want to say last week, um, still kind of in my feelings a little bit, but nothing too significant. I had my good days, I had my bad days. Happens to everybody. Um, but me and my husband, we're kind of getting over it. Like, we're not fully there yet, but we're getting there. But I think that it hit my parents the hardest because I was gonna name my little baby, I was gonna name her after my sister. So I think that's why it hit them so hard. Basically, she was gonna have her full name, um, but my daughter would have been Ebony Maria Lockhart, and my sister's name is Ebony Maria Brundage. So I think that's why it hit them that hard. I'm not sure, but I can see like they try to put like on like a brave face and stuff like that, and I see right through the bullshit. But I'm here for them either way. But I think that's why I uh I think that's why they took it so hard. But sometimes, like I said in my last video, sometimes I be wondering, like, God, why you take my little baby? Like, why you take my little blessing? But then I have to sit back and realize that God does stuff for a reason, and I can't question his reasoning. Um, but you know, I have her sitting here on my nightstand. I talk to her. I talk to her, when I get up in the morning. I talk to her before I go to bed at night. Um, I think this is what's helping me really cope with her being gone, is that, that I can look at her urn and be like, hey, mommy, baby, good morning, or good night, mommy, baby, watch over mommy as she sleeps and stuff like that. But it still kind of hurt a little bit that she's not here. And I know postpartum depression is a thing, but I don't think that I would be going through depression if she was here, because she's here, she's living, she's breathing. You know what I'm saying? She's crying. She needs me, you know. Um, and her love would have been a love that I had never experienced before in my life. Like, I understand, like, my mother and my husband, they love me, but her love is so unconditional. And I think that's what I miss. And I think, you know what I'm saying? That's why I get mad, you know? And I have to like kind of catch myself sometimes, because sometimes I rub my stomach, you know what I'm saying? And like I get like little like phantom kicks or whatever, and I have to accept the fact that she's gone. Um, but you know, like I would have been 7 months pregnant next week, actually. Um, and I would have been big as all out get door, because I was big at 5 months. So I can just see how I was now. But it just kind of hurts because I miss being pregnant. Like, I miss talking to her. Like, I know she's with me in spirit. She's with me and she's always going to be with me in spirit. But, like, I miss talking to my belly. I miss rubbing my belly. Like, I miss all that. And when like everything happened or whatever, it's like she was she was moving, she was kicking, she was fighting, and like like that was a signal of me like, mommy, I'm fighting with you. And sometimes I do get emotional about that when I do think about that, because I was like, my little girl was fighting so hard, and my body decided to do something else, which I think that's why I get mad at myself, because like I'm mad at my own body. Like, why would my body do this? This is what my body's made to do. It is made to make another life, and it just disappointed me. And you know, like I think I'm at that stage in grief because everybody grieves different ways. Um, I'm at the bargaining stage of grief. I'm at the depression stage of grief, and I'm at the acceptance stage of grief. Let me explain. The bargain stage of grief is because I'm like, what if I did this? Or what if I got out of this situation? This wouldn't have happened. Then I get into my depression stage of grief, and I feel sad that she's not here, and then I get the family and stuff like that. So that's sending me into a depression. And then the acceptance, like I'm accepting that she's not here. She's no longer with us, but she's with us in spirit. And it'll be some days where I'll just bust out crying. And I hold on to her urn, and with tears running down my face, be like, oh my God, mommy and daddy loves you so much. Um, and we wish that you were here, but we're going to make another little you. Your name's not going to go in vain. Um, mommy and daddy will be happy, and we just miss you. But then, like, I went to the doctor last week, and they read like over like my medical stuff or whatever. Cause it was some stuff in there that I had questions about my darn self. I'm like, what the hell is this? And they did like a pathology report, like on my placenta and her, and the placenta, I guess, it detached from our uterus, and I think that's why she passed away. To be truthfully honest, and it was like I hemorrhaged really bad, like really really bad. Um, and they was like, when I read the pathology report on her, she was perfectly fine, perfectly healthy, all 10 fingers, all 10 toes, no abnormalities, no nothing. Like she was perfectly fine. And my doctor said that, it's not going to happen. Your body is not going to bounce back like that. It's going to take some time because you did go through a traumatic experience. So your body is going to take time to readjust and go back to, what I'm saying, normal again. So I was like, okay, cool. Like, I don't need a baby right now, no way. I don't need a baby right now, no way, because I'm in the middle of moving and some other stuff. So I was like, I don't need a baby right now, no way. But I was like, I do want to try, and get my body prepared for her, or for the next baby that comes along, which I know God is going to bless me with another child. Going to bless me and my husband. Sorry to say. gonna bless me and my husband with another child. It's just gonna take some time. Understandable. But something that really gets under my skin is, oh, you're young. You get pregnant again, you're young. Like, it makes me mad because I'm like, I wanted her. Like, I wanted this baby. I wanted her. And I know I'm young and I know I can get pregnant again. But this pregnancy meant something to me too. Like, she's not like, this is my baby that's been growing inside me for 5 months. That I've been feeling kick. That I feel move. That I feel twisting and turning and stuff. So don't sit here and say that, yeah, I know that I can get pregnant again. God did it once before. He can bless me with another one. But at the end of the day, I wanted her. Like, I wanted this baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was my blessing. And that just really irks me. And even when my mom says it, it irks me. But I don't show that it makes me mad. But it makes me mad. And I hate when people are like, oh, you and your husband can start over again. Or you and your husband can have another baby. You know, you're still young. You can have another child. And I'm like, okay, all right, you know, but deep down inside, like, that boils my blood. And I hate when people say that. And I know people are saying it to make me feel better, but it still hurts. Like, come to me like 2 to 3 months from now, and maybe it's not going to hurt as bad. But a month postpartum, yeah, I'm hurting. I'm still hurting. I'm still grieving. And I had to tell my husband that. I'm like, you know, because when I told him that I was crying and stuff like that, he was like, stop stressing yourself, you know. And I'm like, you don't know what I'm going through. You don't know what's going through my head. And you can't tell me how to grieve. Like, I understand you're trying to make me feel better. But instead of saying stop stressing, be like, babe, I totally understand, you know, but we will have another one in the future. But you can just go ahead and cry it out because I know you're still going through it. Say something, but stop stressing. Like, I hate that. And I had to tell him by himself. But then I was just like realizing in my head, I was thinking the other day, and I'm like, and I just started like crying. And I wasn't crying because I was sad. I was crying because of joy. Like, because I'm like, my baby was so beautiful and so precious. And she was perfectly healthy. And I was so blessed to have carried her from how long I carried her. I'm blessed. And then, you know, and then I get to thinking, like, when I was in a hospital, and after I would cry, you know, and pray to God crying, I would just look at her. And I'd be like, me, you, and God did that. Because she is beautiful. She is precious. She is gorgeous. Like, all the facial features. Like, my baby was so pretty and so gorgeous. It made no sense. Like, she had mommy nose. You know what I'm saying? She had a big nose. But she was still beautiful. And she was still precious. And she was still gorgeous. She just looked like her daddy. Which that pissed me off. I'm like, you looking like Mr. Lockhart. Why? You know what I'm saying? But she was my blessing. And that kind of put a smile on my face. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm not crying because I'm sad. I'm crying because of joy. Like sometimes when I just look at her urn, I just be like, I just tell her, I'm like, you were the most gorgeous, prettiest, precious little girl that mommy and daddy have made. You were so precious that God took you away. And he didn't want you to deal with this suffering and this heartache that this world has to offer. And, and it's like I tell people, I'm not crying because I'm sad. I'm crying because of joy. Like, I'm overjoyed because I know what I did. Like, my little girl, like, was so precious and so gorgeous and so beautiful that I just cry sometimes. And it's not because I'm sad. It's not because I'm angry. It's pure joy that I carried her for as long as I did. And she turned out to be so pretty. So beautiful. Like, the most beautiful little girl. You guys could have seen her, which I'm not going to post her pictures because I'm going to respect my husband's wishes of not posting the urn and the pictures, on the internet. But if you guys see her, like, you guys would have seen her, you like, oh my gosh, she is so beautiful. Like, y'all did that. Y'all did that. Because she is beautiful, honey child. Like, whew, she is beautiful. Y'all did that. Y'all gonna make another one to be this pretty or to be that handsome, so it's just I'm breaking out. Jesus, these pimples. But I just wanted to come on here and let you guys know that I'm doing good. Everything is good. I have my good and I have my bad days. And I just want to thank y'all for letting me share my story and telling my story. And I love y'all. Deuces. Peace out.